this series of Drupal for Noobs, we'll be covering the basics concepts of Drupal. And for this, as a part of this series, we'll be starting from installing Drupal via Composer. So before I walk you through with the Drupal installation, we require a normal Apache base hosting for server for Drupal. That can be your local WAMP or MAMP or XAMPP, but that's not as a part of this video. We are assuming that you will have already that installed on your PC. So yeah, without wasting any time, let's dive in. So in this guide, before I go into the practical of it, I'd just like to walk you through in step by step. We'll be covering downloading Drupal via Composer. So for that, we'll be using the Composer create-project, then Drupal recommended project, and then the directory name, which I'll be shortly using it. Then like I assume that you already have prepared hosting, but you need any hosting that fulfill the minimum requirements of Drupal. So yeah, you have to ensure you have Apache or Nginx and database server MySQL or Postgre and PHP installed. Okay, so yeah, let's go into it. Once you have your desired hosting, which I have the Mac core hosting, you will simply come into your WAMP or MAMP. In this case, I'm coming to the web server. Then you have to paste the command, which is composer create-project. What it does, it creates the project of Drupal recommended, which is the latest version, the stable latest version, and then the Drupal for Noobs is our directory. Okay, so now you can see it's downloading the Drupal. Here you can see Drupal for Noobs, it's coming through. You just have to give it some time. It will take around 40 to 60 seconds depending on the connectivity. Alright, so now we have installed the Drupal. Okay, I'm doing an extra step which is not required in your case, guys. So I'm adding this into my web server to pinpoint the project. This is an extra step for me. You have to ensure that you type the name properly, otherwise you will be facing issues, just like in your hosting or your server. So yeah, I have added name, save. Okay, I go here, Drupal for Noobs. I'm now in the project directory. I'm shortly walking you through about it, but before that, I'd like to flush my cache. Okay, that's perfect. Now the next step is to create a database for it. So what I'll be doing, I'll be going through my SQL Pro. In your case, you can go through PHP my admin. I'll add the new database, which is Drupal for Noobs. That's it. That's that. Okay, the next step, I'd like to access my site. So for that, I need to change the PHP version, because Drupal 10 is using PHP 8 and onwards. So you have to ensure that you are on the latest version of PHP, otherwise it won't propagate or it won't allow us to go through the installation. All right, assuming we have done everything right, so yeah, let's go into it. Let's test it out. Right, so I forgot one thing, which is something I need to fix. In Drupal 10, the installation which we do via Composer, we have to set the web as our base directory /web, because all the project files contain inside the web. So we have to ensure that. Now let's go through the same steps again, just in case not running. Okay. Yep, that's it. So that's how simple it is. So this is a 6-step installation, guys, and in here I'll be walking you through in step by step. Firstly, we have to select the language. In my case, I'm going through the English. Don't forget to look at this current version. If this is 9 or 10, then your composer command might have some issues. So you have to ensure that you select the recommended project. Otherwise, like if you specify any of the version, let's say 9 or 8, then it will download that particular version. So in my case, I have the latest most version. That's important to remember. We have profiles. We have 3 profiles by default: the standard, minimal, and demo one. The standard usually come with all the commonly pre-shipped features. So the minimal is the one which is used by experienced developers. If they want to create a profile on the top of it, we'll go through that profile later in the videos, but for now just keep in mind that minimal is something which we can use for like as an experienced developer to create a profile or to use Drupal from the very scratch. Then we have the demo. The demo is usually for this let's say the noobs, because it shipped with pre-data, pre-configured data, content types and other bits like that. So yeah, this is the three these are the three one for the installation. We'll have to ensure that we select the standard. Okay, you will be assuming that why it has passed through the verify requirements. Normally it asks for the requirements because Drupal has certain requirements for hosting, just like ensuring that Apache and Nginx or PHP is properly installed. The versions are good. That's why I switched to version 8.1, and also it ensures that the memory is 256 or onwards. So yeah, these are some basic requirements of Drupal for installation. We have already fulfilled it, so it has allowed us to go onward. The next is setting up the database. So if you remember a few moments ago, we created a database. Which was Drupal for Noobs, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have the username. So in my case, I have the very simple username and password. So this is the advanced option, just in case you are going through some different settings, so you have to configure it accordingly. By default it shipped with this setting, so yeah, it usually work for me. Yeah, so now we'll have to wait. Okay, so assuming all the modules are properly installed, now we have to select Drupal for Noob is our site name. We have to select admin at thispc.com. This is usually okay. You can select any of the username and password. Usually it gives us a warning that the password is weak, but you can change it later on. Okay, you can select the regional settings later on. You can do that in configuration as well. We'll discover that, but for the sake of the video, I'm leaving it as it is. Here is the update notification. So this is as a part of a module which I'll cover later in the videos. And here we receive usually notification about Drupal updates, let's say version updates, or if there is any security update. So I have unchecked this by default as it's on my local server, so I don't want to receive any of the notifications since I'm aware of most of them. So yeah, these are all the 6 steps. Just to recap, firstly we have to choose the language, then we have to choose the profile, and then we have to ensure our system is meeting the basic requirements of that. Then we have to go through the database and select the proper names, the same name which we have created a database. Then we have to install the site, and now we have configured it, and let's save and continue. Okay, yeah, so congratulations, our Drupal is installed. So that's how simple it was. There is no such an error we saw, because of we have fulfilled the requirements. Just in case you guys are facing any issues, don't forget to comment that, and I'll be happy to help you out. Thank you again for going through this video. Later on down the road, I'm planning to cover all the basic topics for Drupal, and then we'll delve down into the core concepts or the most advanced theming and then the module development of it. And yeah, stay tuned. Thank you guys, take care, bye.